Welcome to the Startempire Wire Founders Podcast, where we make entrepreneurial founders a top priority. Each episode features risk takers, business builders, community shapers, institutional and government supporters in our local startup ecosystem. Tune in weekly to hear all about what's happening with the movers and the shakers of Southern California's Inland Empire and beyond. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Founders Podcast. This is a podcast where we are dedicated to showing you the who's who of the Inland Empire startup scene. Today, we have with us Vickie Davis, and I'll let Vickie introduce herself. She hosts Black on the Block. She has a 501c3 called Tomorrow's World. But I'm going to let her get into all the details of that. Vickie, please introduce yourself. Tell us and our audience who you are.
Well, thank you. My name is Vickie, like you said, and I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I also am the curator for Block on the Block Expo that happens in Rialto, California annually. With that job title comes a lot of responsibility. So sometimes I'm a marketer, sometimes I'm an entertainment producer, sometimes I'm a basketball tournament coordinator, sometimes I'm a, vendor recruiter, but at the end of the day, I'm a community builder.
Now, it takes a lot. It really does take a lot to organize events in general. So you pull it off well, Vickie. I'm telling you, you pull it off really well. I went to the Black on the Block last year, and that was amazing. That was fun. So tell us, okay, where'd you grow up? Who are you as a person?
I grew up in Rialto, went to school here, moved out here when I was really young from Inglewood. I went to school here. I learned everything that I needed to know from here, from my neighborhood, from my teachers, and I really just grew to love my city because the city gave so much to me. Taught me how to play an instrument, taught me how to sing, taught me how to speak in front of people. Wow. And I also grew up in the nonprofit world because my mom did something very unconventional when we were young, and that was turning our home into a boarding care facility for mentally ill people. And so I initially lived in the home with clients of my mom, and I helped run the business, but I also got to have a first-hand look at what it was like for young ladies who were navigating the mental health system at that time, and what it was, and it really impacted me and touched me in a way that I don't think I could have gotten any other from any other experience. So all of that, and then plus my mom was really involved in the community, throwing block parties all the time, and all of our neighbors knew each other.
That's freaking awesome. Yeah,
it was a good thing and a bad thing, because sometimes it's like, oh, we know y'all, can we get a popsicle? And then sometimes it's like, hey, I saw you doing that, I'm about to call your mama. So it was both good and bad, right?
That's awesome.
Nonetheless, it all developed in me a very strong sense of community and responsibility to my neighborhood, and that's why Black on the Block Expo exists in Rialto.
That's freaking awesome. No, the sense of community, I could tell, last year when I went to be a part of it, it's there, even had on the grits, on a previous, actually last week. But yeah, tell us, the idea of Black on the Block. Tell us that kind of origin story, and give us your why. Number one, give us your why. You already gave us your why about the part why you're doing what you do in building community. But there's an entrepreneurial perspective. Was that included, or did that not come as part of it?
I have done a lot of work with a lot of different organizations in the Inland Empire. I've been on the board of directors for the Black Chamber. I'm on the board of directors for, other nonprofits that do community work and efforts in the Inland Empire. And something that I learned through that work is that Black businesses often struggle behind the scenes. And the more that I reached out to involve Black-owned businesses into the event, the more I realized that a lot of the businesses didn't go further than their Instagram pages or their Facebook pages, right? Or even sometimes their websites.
Right.
And so that's how the entrepreneurship portion came into be, because in preparation for Black on the Block, what we do is we help businesses to get their paperwork in order so that they can participate in events like this that people don't know. You need permits, you need certain numbers, you need registrations and things like that, or else you can't move your business from Instagram to the real world.
That's
so
powerful.
That really is a big part of it.
So tell me, okay, is that through Tomorrow's World Foundation that you do other side?
So Tomorrow's World is actually where we have board and care facilities for mentally ill adult men, and we primarily serve the African American community. And so being that it's a 501c3 and that the population that we serve is chronically homeless or often destitute when they come to us, we find it necessary to do fundraising all the time. And so we thought, why not create a fundraising opportunity that both raises funds, but also raises awareness around issues that are important in the Black community, like entrepreneurship. So that is how Black on the Block was born, out of a need to raise funds to continue to keep the 501c3 going, which it has been going for 20 years. So we're doing pretty good.
That's good. That's good. Okay, now give us an overview of Black on the Block. What's the vision? What are you doing?
So Black on the Block Expo understands that there are layers to community. Is not just a layer of entrepreneurs or businesses. There are all different units that exist, all different members of the family unit that exists within our community, and each of them need to be served in an individualized way. And so that's why when you come to Black on the Block Expo, you will see business ventures, you will see entertainers, you will see car clubs, you will see food trucks, you'll see our 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Last year we gave away $1,500 to the winners of the tournament. Will see, you'll see this year we also added a slam dunk contest for our littles. So 5 to 10. Yeah, so we have the adjustable court out there. So we're hoping to see some awesome slam dunk moves from our youngsters, and with trophies and awards. And it's just a place where we really intend to nurture the family in its entirety. But
you had a DJ out there last year. I mean, it was pretty dope, The Inland Empire startup ecosystem industry is tremendously fragmented. A few top-tier hubs, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and San Diego, are well covered by media, events, and data platforms. Finding reliable information relevant to startups or the tech industry in the Inland Empire is extremely difficult. As a result, startups can't scale fast enough. Investors are having a hard time finding the right deals, and corporates can't find the right companies to partner with for their innovation activities. Startempire Wire, the leading Inland Empire startup publication, is providing the Inland Empire startup ecosystem with the most accurate, engaging business and financial data, events, and news. Our reach of entrepreneurs, C-level executives, angels, VC investors, startup employees, key management at innovative corporates, and big tech is the solution for your B2B or B2C needs. As we build out our platform, we're looking for partners. This is your opportunity to get in on the ground level. If you're looking to align yourself with the local and growing startup and tech ecosystem of the Inland Empire, we have created the platform to get your name noticed and the opportunity for you to grow the recognition of your brand. Contact us today for availability and pricing options. We look forward to our partnership with you. Okay, I'm distracted by the smaller parts of it because the mural that you guys did, that was huge. I mean, it was a great event, and I met a lot of nice black owned businesses. It was really awesome. Met the mayor. It was just really cool. So, okay, tell us. Okay, last year, what were your results, and then this year, what are you shooting for?
So the results, I'm not sure what you mean. You mean like numerically?
Like, yeah, turnout. I guess maybe what was turnout last year? And how many vendors did you have and all of that stuff? And then how many are you shooting for this year?
So last year we had a turnout of about 100 over the course of the day.
Nice.
And then for vendors, we had about 20. But that, like you said, there's so many other pieces to it besides the vendors. Like we had
Yes.
a community paint project going, we had performers going, we have basketball going. So the goal always, various, is to like elicit a feeling of family. And so if the people who
that.
come experience like love and joy and
Yes.
get exposure to like, oh, I didn't know there was a black school entrepreneurship focused school here, or I didn't know that there was a black owned gym in Fontana, or I didn't know that, that's the goal.
Yes.
The goal is only to really
I did meet the area. I met the area fitness out there.
Love. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, that was my experience. There was joy, there was love, it was great. New connections. That was my experience of it last time when I went. Okay, so tell us about, so you started Black on the Block with that purpose of, creating that, that family feel. Was last year your first year, or had you done it before?
So last year was our third annual. So this year we're going on our fourth. And each year definitely has been a learning process for me, but also has been a blessing because, to be honest, the first year I didn't know how to put together an expo. Like I had to really put that in the universe and start trying to do it. And then people who knew how to do that came to me. They're like, I heard you were trying to do this. Have you done this? Have you talked about this? So behind the scenes, for me, Black on the Block Expo is building a network, a community where I feel supported and where I feel encouraged, and where I get to meet people that can be inspirations to me or mentors. And so it's kind of like double kind of a double blessing. Like,
That's cool.
Like I'm putting together something for the community, but in turn, like when people who are in the community see you doing something that's just like genuine,
right?
They're pouring back into me. So I feel good going into the fourth.
That's awesome. Okay, so from the first year until the fourth year, like what have been, what are some of the biggest kind of like growth milestones you hit? And then where you're like, okay, we're in a new game now, and then what would be some of the growing pains?
Okay, so I think in the first year, it was heavily like me centered. Like I was starting it, I had the vision, I was like, I need to find a team, and so trying to impart my vision on other people in a way that like would inspire them to participate. It's 100% volunteers, so nobody's getting paid.
That's huge. That's huge, because if you can get people to volunteer, you really have the vision. Right.
So that was definitely rough. And going into the fourth year, I have a team now. I have somebody in charge.
Tell us about the team.
So I have Camila from Youth and Vision Services, and she also does a podcast called Raw Conversations.
Okay.
She is director of entertainment this year, and so she's putting together an awesome 90s tribute style show.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it is. It really is. She works with she works with her group in Long Beach, and
Okay.
they have like studio equipment, and they do second chance support for like artists and
Oh.
different like performers. And so she has that group that she's bringing out, and they have a whole showcase ready for us. So that's something new. I have not had that level of support before. Before
That's gonna
it was
be
like
freaking awesome.
me and a DJ.
Just, no, so it was wow. Wait, what year did you get the team? This year?
No, I started with the team last year, but
Last year.
it has grown to be what it is now. So Camila's new to this year.
That's freaking awesome.
I also have
Who's the rest? Who's the rest?
Victor,
Okay.
Victor Corral from Fentwood Hoops, and he is director of our 3-on-3 tournament. So I started with him last year, and he did an awesome job.
That was it was dope. That was good.
Yeah, he does really great work with his organization in revitalizing basketball courts. I don't know if they revitalized Elizabeth Davis Park last year. So he does really good stuff. And all these people, like, they make money. You know, they have their organizations, but they come to Black on the Block.
Volunteer. That's freaking. Okay, so who else is a part of the kind of organizing
definitely
team?
Mayor Deborah Robertson Foundation has been like a great mentor and inspiration to me, just giving me direction, leading me, you know, where I need to go as far as like who to contact for what. The one big shift that I have seen is going from a place where I'm calling everyone like, can you do it? Will you do it? Will you help me? To a place where people are calling me like, how can I be involved?
That's really good.
That's so good.
It reverses the role. You're not, well, you're kind of like a beacon now because everybody are coming to you. You know, that's cool. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So,
I bet you the feeling is good. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just going to mention sponsors.
Oh, yes, please. Go into the sponsorship.
So I have Tri-City Healthcare, and they actually came on last year and have continued to be an awesome asset sponsoring us. They themselves are a nonprofit organization, but they donate to us to be able to have the event, you know, like it can't happen. All of the community partners that come together, all of the sponsors that donate their time or that direct monetary, so it wouldn't work without them. And then I'm gonna tell you, finally, the thing that's got me feeling the most official is that we got a sponsorship from the actual City of Rialto this year.
Ooh,
so
what?
the city is recognizing our event as something that is a staple.
Man, that's so freaking awesome. So, all right, you gotta get the names of the sponsors out there. Obviously, you gotta get the name of the organizer. You gotta give credit where credit is due. So, how about the entrepreneurs? How do they come to know about this, or what is their part? What, like, help us to see what the day is like, you know?
So one thing that I think really reflects the spirit of the day is the way our fees are set up. So nonprofits and youth vendors or entrepreneurs register for the event for free.
That's cool.
So it is those businesses that are for profit and that are doing well in communities that pay a fee, but their fee is directly supporting youth entrepreneurs who can register and have booths and tables and things like that for free and show what they're working on as a class project or what they're putting as a business. So you can get involved by going on our Instagram or Facebook at Block Expo.
Yes.
And we even have had in the past partnership from Startempire Wire.
Well, yeah, that's right. Last year. We were a media sponsor. We're a media sponsor this year as well too. So
awesome.
You didn't know it, but we are.
Now I know.
So it's great because, you know, to support the young entrepreneurs coming up. Hey, we all were young, and maybe not, I wasn't an entrepreneur when I was younger, but I probably was. I was, but I wasn't. No, I was. No, I'm just gonna say I was. But like my main thing was like not like I'm like, okay, My main thing was just I wanted to have fun and play football or and stuff like that. But after high school, I'm like, okay, I want to work for myself. That grew into other stuff. But this is okay. So the entrepreneurs who are nonprofits, they get in for free. The sponsors are those businesses who are coming in. The businesses who come in and sponsor as well, kind of help out Black on the Block. How can people get involved with what you're doing? Do they call you? Do they contact you?
So they can check out any of our social media pages at Block on the Block Expo. They can click the link in our bio, which will take them directly to the page to register for Black on the Block, and also has my contact information there. They can email me at blackontheblock.missd@gmail.com.
Awesome.
And they can get LinkedIn. I think those are pretty easy ways to tap into what we're doing. So they can donate, they can attend. You have a cousin or a brother or an uncle who hoops, and you can tell them to get in on that 3-on-3 tournament.
Pass it on.
Because it's only $75 for the teams to register, but they have an opportunity to win $1,000.
Win $1,000. That's freaking awesome. Okay, so all right, so tell us 2 of the things that you are shooting on accomplishing in this year's Black on the Block, Vickie. 2 of those goals.
2 of the things. So each year we add a new layer. So one layer that we added this year is that we're making a donation to the park by donating a healing bench to the park that is dedicated to loved ones lost to COVID-19. We all know that the nature of COVID-19 has kept a lot of families apart during the last moments of their lives. And so this is a place for anybody in the city to be able to come and sit and reflect and remember and just be in peace and quiet.
That's cool.
So that's something that is a goal of this year's event. And then also
really thoughtful.
We wanted to, it's about love, Arius. It's not, I know that business is about business, but this business is about the business of loving our community, because the healthier we can make our community, the healthier we make all the things that our community produces, including those businesses. So that's what this is about. It's really, to be 100 with you, I just want to create a space where families, kids, grandmas, business owners, everybody be there. The mayor is there. Joe Baca was there last year. Everybody is there just to fellowship.
Kind of like a family reunion a little bit.
Yeah. And what else do we need right now? After all these years of being separate, with the pandemic, don't a family reunion sound nice?
A family reunion. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's I love it. Okay. So that was one goal, you doing the bench. And what was the other one?
So, and then the other one is to reach more entrepreneurs. So last year we had about 20 vendors out there, and this year we're going for 40. So we're slowly creeping towards that, and we're excited because what people don't realize is just having your business out there is not just an opportunity to sell things or talk about what you're doing. Along the way, I'm making connections, people that will be there. You don't know who's there, somebody who's looking to invest, somebody who's looking to sponsor something, somebody who's looking to invite you to be, spotlighted on a podcast or a show or something. So it's not just about being able to sell stuff on the day. It's about being able to give a space for them to access additional resources in their community that they might not know how to get to otherwise. So those people are walking around. Those people are a part of the day. So just be there, be friendly, be open, be ready to talk, have your elevator pitch together, so that
get that pitch,
you can take advantage of those opportunities.
That's so good. Okay, Vickie, where do you see this going in the future? we'll talk about 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. So
Okay.
3 different.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You skipped all the way to 3 years, but I'm telling you, I have already been putting it in my team's head that for the 5th anniversary, which is next year, it's a bit of a milestone, that we're going to do a city takeover and we're going to be having a parade.
That's crazy. That'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah, so I'm excited. It's still my brainchild, but it's going to be worked out. And then moving forward,
I want to be a part of it.
Come on. We need floats. We need, but moving forward beyond that, I see Black on the Block being a springboard for us to really invest more into the Black student unions that exist in the Inland Empire and in Rialto, by incorporating them more into the day and to the planning process. Because the best way to learn how to be an entrepreneur is to experience life as an entrepreneur, right?
Yep, that's
so true. We can have more interaction with the schools and where the kids already are at, so that we can, involve them more in the day. So that's kind of where we're going with it, and
that's
incorporating
3 years?
the Black students. That's 3 years.
Okay, what about 5 years?
5 years?
You gotta dig deep. Dig deep.
In 5 years, I'm gonna tell you, I don't imagine that you'd be able to, walk around the park without letting your eyes lie on something that is inspiring or encouraging, in every single direction. So I think in 5 years we're going to be continuing our parade. Maybe we might be building some floats.
Wow.
We might be, who knows? Because I'm gonna tell you, when I started year 1, I couldn't imagine that year 4 would be. I didn't know that people would be calling me and saying, "Hey, I heard about this. How can I donate?" I heard about this. How can I be a part?
That's freaking awesome. No, I think it's going to probably be exponential. So you're not adding, you're not multiplying. It's exponential. So you think, let's just say it is exponential.
Yeah. So 10 years, I imagine that Black student unions throughout the Inland Empire will have a part in the production of Black on the Block Expo, because it is Young Entrepreneurs Expo. And so we need programs that are going to develop young entrepreneurs. And how awesome would it be to have them putting on a production that is for the city, by the city?
That's huge. That's huge. Okay, now we're going to get back to the contact part. That was supposed to be the end of the interview when we ask you for your contact information. Where do people find you, connect with you, become a part of this? Say it one more time for all of our listeners.
At Black on the Block Expo on Instagram and Facebook. And you can also follow me personally at Vickie Davis Wellness on Instagram and Facebook. And you can tap into the links in my bio or in the Black on the Block bio to connect directly with the Expo and become a part.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was a great interview, Vickie. Thank you for coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, please be sure that you take some time, check out all of the links that Vickie has shared with you. Connect with her if you want to be a part of the expo. You don't have to be Black to be a part of Black on the Block either. We forgot to say that, but let's say it.
That is true. I think that is something that I need to remember to say more. If you look at any of the media that came out of any of the years of Black on the Block Expo, it is open to people of all walks of life and backgrounds, and we're welcome to just inspire and encourage entrepreneurship and a sense of community with all the members of the community. So thank you very much for remembering that.
Absolutely. As other people would say, you're welcome to the cook-off. You're welcome to the cookout. So yeah, we're very inclusive. Anyway, thank you, Vickie, once again for coming on to the Founders Podcast. We really appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on. Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you for having me.
Yes. Tune in to this podcast every Tuesday and every Thursday. We publish on YouTube and on every major podcast platform. Go ahead and share this with 2 or 3 people who you know. Invite them out to the cookout. you're welcome to the cookout. Black on the Block happening the 15th, right? October 15th?
October 15th,
October 15th. Where is it at?
Rialto City Park.
Rialto City Park. What time is it?
12 to 4.
12 to 4. Come check it out if you are in the region or in the area. If not, then send some money, be a sponsor, do whatever you can do. Anyway, peace out. Tune back in. Next time, we'll see you. Bye.